Greetings and salutations, fellow fans of YouTube. This is Larry from the Tiny Cabin, and that's a picture of my apple trees. I'm out here at my house, which as you can see is quite vegetative. Here's my trailer with the Suburban there in the background. I got it really cheap from TSC. It was on sale anyway for Labor Day. And then the taillights were broken off, which luckily I had a set just laying around. So it's functional now. And here's some of the haul from Matt's house. Got the old Husky lawnmower there, a roll of fence, and a van driving by. This is why I don't want to live in town anymore. And here's a cart they used in the horse barn. I'm gonna take that top one off and use some 1x8s or something and make a box on it. That's the stand for the radial arm saw. And there's the ladder. Amazingly enough, no one has stolen it yet. Up front, it has a little storage box, and there's a battery charger in there to charge the battery on the mower because it's apparently about half dead. I mean, it's nothing great as far as lawnmowers go, but it'll work for my mom. Go down here past the Suburban. There's my poor Volvo that isn't really moving right now. And here is the Simplicity. I got this one really cheap. The guy that had it couldn't make it work right, and apparently the previous owner before him had changed the hydro fluid, the hydraulic oil, and put a new filter on, which you can see right there. Apparently he didn't know you have to hold up the vent to fill it. That's the only thing I can figure out, because there's nothing on the ground underneath it. But it was empty. There was just a little bit in there. It took almost half a gallon to fill it. And after I filled it, everything works fine. Hydraulic deck lift, transmission. You can see the previous owner had put a coat hanger on here to try to make it, well, I don't know what he was thinking actually. It goes there, and then it goes up to the forward and reverse lever. I have no idea what the hell he thought that was going to do, but yeah, yeah. So I gotta take that off because, well, it's nonsensical. There's the vent. Oops, that's my finger. There's the vent you have to hold up when you're filling the hydro fluid. And again, as you can see, it's dry under there. So nothing is leaked out. So I'm going to put it down just to someone not knowing how to fill up their hydraulic fluid. Let's get this back down. Okay. This is an older Simplicity, obviously. I think it's a 94. And here is the engine. It's a Kohler 2-cylinder. I think 17 horse, if I remember right. Yeah. Haven't really done much to it yet. It needs an air filter. Needs a fuel filter. You can see how brown that is. I'm assuming it probably needs an oil change too. It's got a AutoZone battery, because AutoZone is your source for quality auto parts and lawnmower parts. In case you can't tell, I avoid AutoZone at all costs. I was a mechanic for 11 years. I go to Napa or CarQuest, you know, someplace real. Let's see what other junk I've got in my yard. I've got a lot of junk. Oh look, somebody else driving by. So here in my Volvo, you can see, well, you can see me. Let's see if I can make it so you can actually see something else. There's tires. Those are the original wheels and tires off my Suburban before I went to the 20-inch wheels. There's a wheel and tire, the spare for my pickup. But you haven't seen my pickup yet. There's the back seat out of the Suburban. As you can see, I don't plan on using it again. A couple old bikes. This is the dog pen, by the way. One of my neighbors threatened to liberate my dog from the dog pen. So now he doesn't get to enjoy outside at all because, well, she's crazy enough to do it. Go past the lawnmower here. And that's Ziggy. I picked this up too from Matt's dad. It's an old strimmer. What my wife used to call string trimmers. But as you can see, the front of it's gone. So I just kept it. I figured I could maybe do something with it, you know. I have no idea what. Got stocked up on propane tanks. There's usually strawberries over here, but I think they're gone. Yeah, it's that time of year. Got lots of holly berries though. That'll keep the birds happy this winter. I'll be planting some holly at the tiny cabin. I like holly. It makes me happy. I had some black raspberries grow just wild. It's Indiana, they grow wild. And I left them. My male person doesn't like that since, you know, she has to walk through here. Here, let me give you a shot. See, I've got a nice little tunnel through the holly. And the raspberries grow into that. And they kind of rip her to shreds a little bit, I guess, but I like raspberries, so I'll just leave them. Let's see. Here's my van. And here's my pickup. As you can tell, that's a tiny cat there. That's Hermione. It's a neighborhood stray that just kind of showed up. The bed of this thing is really good at holding water. As you can see there, I've got Lake Larry right in the bed of the truck there. A couple pallets. Headache rack. It's the only. Actually, the headache rack is worth more than the truck, I think. It doesn't run at the moment. It's got a brand new battery in it, but it died. None of the wheels match. None of the tires match. And as you can see here, that does not line up because the frame mount down there is rusted off the frame. So the body is not sitting on the mount, the body is sitting on the frame. And also the gas tank, I don't know if you can see it or not, there you go. Well, the strap's still there on that one. The gas tank is held up with ratchet straps because the mount that rusted off also is the front mount for the gas tank. This used to be my little meditative hole here in my yard because I am in town and I've got a postage stamp, but it is covered with trees. See, this is an apple tree, and this over here is an apple tree, plus the raspberries and the hollies. Another stray cat. Well, actually, it's a neighbor's cat, I think. So we got that cat. That's Fat Orange thing. That's Hermione. This is a pile of crap on my porch. There's another that started out as a crab apple, but the graft fell off, so now it's an apple tree. I don't remember what that's called. Barberry, I think. Yeah, barberry. And Rose of Sharon. Got a ton of those around here. This was, you know, at Walmart at Christmas, they have those Christmas trees, the live trees that are like a foot tall. The dwarf Alberta spruce, that's what they are. Well, they throw them away at the end of the year, or at the end of Christmas. So I went and dug them out of the dumpster. And there's one, there's two more in the front, up by the sidewalk. And this is as tall as it will ever get. It's about a 6-footer. There's another one back there. I think I've got 5 total that I dug out of the dumpster. Because you just shouldn't throw something living away. That's just wrong. There's Ziggy again. Hi, Ziggs. And this lawnmower is a total piece of crap. It's the first one I bought. Yeah, I put a shut off there. Jump off, Ziggs. Come on. Ziggy doesn't want to jump off. There you go. Okay. Well, there's the engine. You can see that there's a new fuel filter there. And that shut off. Because this uses a solenoid on the bottom of the carb that shuts off the fuel. It doesn't work. And the solenoid is $100 for an itty-bitty little electric on-off valve. So what it would do is it would pour gas forever until the tank was empty into the oil. So it would smoke and it would probably burn up in no time. So I put that shut-off valve on there. Well, unfortunately, yeah, that stops that. But it'll only run for about 10 minutes before it just dies for whatever reason. No idea. The deck is shot. I've got a deck rebuild kit for it. I just haven't done it yet because, well, job, you know. What else was there? Was a bunch of stuff wrong with this one. I mean, a ton of stuff. Oh yeah, we got that, and the cup holder is missing. Oh my God, I can't drive it. The cup holder is missing. And we got that lovely thing there. That's pretty awesome. But luckily, I only paid $100 for it. It was late at night. Just got back from work, so 10 o'clock or so, and I didn't want to waste a lot of time, so we just loaded it into the back of my van. I drove it here, and here it has sat. So, hi, Fat Orange Thing. Hi, Ziggs. You're on top of the trash can. He likes on top of the trash can, or on top of the roof. He likes being up there too. Here we got a red bud. Actually, there's 2 red buds there, and a burning bush, and then the other tree from the dumpster. And as you can see, since I'm gone 14 hours a day with driving and work, this is what happens to my yard. This I think it's a morning glory. I don't know for sure, but it grows on everything. Just mad. It just takes over everything. We can't get rid of it. And also, if you own an old house and you paint it, this is what happens after 5 years. Because the wood is so dry, the paint just falls off. My house was built in 1838. The new part over here, this addition, I did the siding on this. As you can see, it's holding up a little better. Not a lot, because there's no gutter right there, so the rain's hitting the wall right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. The rain's hitting the wall right there, knocking the paint off. So that'll get addressed one day, maybe. I don't know. If I go out to the tiny cabin and stay there, who cares, right? Got a cop lives right there. It makes it nice. And that's neighbor's house. The kid over there helps me carry stuff, and he mows my yard and stuff like that, because I'm never here and I'm not in the greatest of shape. Ankles, knees, hips, back, all kinds of fun stuff. So I think that's probably going to be about it for exciting news in Indiana, unless I win the lottery and buy a huge solar system or something before I get out there. Otherwise, I'm headed out to Oklahoma. Headed out to Oklahoma in about a month. It's a passion fruit flower. Yeah, this vine is kind of. My grandma tried to grow this was my grandma's house. My grandma tried to grow these for years and they would never grow. And then the year after she died, they started popping up. They're pretty awesome. I like them. And they do grow passion fruit on the vines, but I'm not sure that it's the edible kind. But yeah, maybe something exciting will happen, and I can post a video of it. Or I'm going to a bike ride this weekend to set up a vendor tent there. So maybe I can maybe you'll want to see some of that. Who knows? Anyway, I'll check in with y'all later. And this one's a little longer, so hopefully you enjoyed and didn't get bored and didn't take a nap, or I mean, if you went for snacks, that's okay. I'm all for snacking, but sleeping and drooling during my video, that's just kind of rude. So hey, there's Clem Diddlehopper over there talking about something. Anyway, talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I'll have some cool, interesting news or something. No getting married from foreign brides. Sorry, that's not going to happen to me. It's already happened. Won't happen again. So there won't be that exciting news, but maybe something. Who knows? Well, have fun.